We live. We recording. We live, baby. We live. We live. Just drinking my tea, guys. Don't mind me. Throat was a little dry today. It's been some crazy weather going on. Cold, snow, ice. Texas had a lot of craziness going on. DC had a lot of craziness going on with the weather. I'm in Atlanta. We had some flurries, I guess, and some ice places. It was just kind of weird, kind of cold. So I'm trying to drink my tea. I'm not trying to get sick. I stay away from sickness. I don't speak sickness on myself. I speak life, health, and wealth. So my daily regimen is definitely drink some warm tea. So since I'm here doing an episode, I don't want my throat to be all crackly. So first off, my name is Austin, and welcome to the FIT CSP Podcast, Financial Independence Through Common Sense Practice. The key word is through common sense practice, to be financially independent, to be financially fit. Today, we're not really going to talk about money. It might go into some money. It all does relate to money and finances. Everything kind of relates to money and finances because that's what seems to be the problem that everybody has is money and finances. But do you hate your job? Do you want to quit your job? Do you get mad every day that you have to get up to go to work? That's what today's episode is going to be about. Today's episode is going to talk about why do we hate our job so much, but we don't do anything to change it? Like why? Why is it that we complain about something, but we don't try to change it? Does that make any sense? It does not make any sense to complain about something and you don't even try to change it. You don't even try to fix it. You don't even try to make it something better. Because you are supposed to be in control of your life, not somebody else. Not your mama, not your daddy, not your grandparents, not your boss. You're supposed to be in control of your life. So you get to control what you do. So if you hate something so much, you got to try to make a difference. I need to start doing something differently. Don't you think the first thing that you should try to do is maybe see, hey, how can I create my own job? What can I do to make money differently than the way that I'm doing it? Because obviously what I'm doing, I'm hating it. Even if you love your job, that's good for you. If you love your job, you love what you do, then this episode is not for you. This is for the people who wake up every morning and complain about their job. The first thing they do before they even get up is say, God, dog it, I gotta go to work today. Like those people. And I'm guilty of it too. I've had jobs that I hated going to, and I still was going there. But I made up in my mind that today's going to be the day I don't go. Or I made up in my mind, this is a tool for me to get to the better place that I'm trying to be in. So let me do what I need to do right now. And I'm talking in the past, in this moment. So that I'm only here temporarily. It's only a temporary thing. One point in time, I had 3 jobs. I was working 3 jobs, basically working 7 days a week. And 2 of the jobs I couldn't stand. But I still was going there because I had a mission. I was trying to stack my money up because I wanted to pay off debt, or because I wanted to get into buying property, or because I wanted to make sure my family was good. Like we didn't have any issues as far as financial issues. And, so I can kind of do what I want to do, which was splurge. But that was the problem. I was somewhere splurging the money. And then that Monday I'll be complaining that I got to go back to work. And that Saturday and Sunday, I didn't do nothing but splurge the money that I made. That was stupid to me. That's stupid. Making all this extra money to go blow it on stuff that does not make any sense at this point in my life. It didn't make any sense for me back then to help me where I'm at today. And you already know what the stuff was: shoes, clothes, going out to eat, partying, going to restaurants, going on trips. The trips was probably good because, you know, you're going on vacation, you're going to a place where you can relax and enjoy your mind. So the trips was cool. You gotta take a trip. You gotta go on vacation sometimes. You gotta get away. You gotta get your mind right. But that whole time I said I was gonna be paying off debt, right? You think I paid off that debt? No. I'm making the extra money, and then my whole point of getting the extra jobs was so I could pay off the debt. When I first bought my house, first thing I did was went and got a credit card. I didn't need no credit card. I had plenty of money saved when I bought my house. I didn't need a credit card for nothing. Called the bank up as soon as I closed. I closed on a Tuesday or Wednesday. That next day, Thursday or Friday, I called them, hey, let me get a credit card. Then they gave it to me, $4,000 limit. I'll never forget. I ran that credit card up probably probably within a year. I ran that credit card up, maxed it out, $4,000. What was I doing? What was I buying? Going to the Hawks game, going to playoff games, going to eat out, just doing wild stuff, just being wild, right? So once I got that balance high like that, $4,000, I said, oh, now my credit score going down. I got my credit up to buy the house and paid off everything. Like I had like store cards, like a American Eagle card or a Macy's card, and like a little Chase card. They had like little $300-$400 limits, nothing even crazy. But I paid all those cards off and then didn't have no credit card balances for like a year, so I can get my credit score up so I can buy this house. All right. But the first thing, so all the discipline I had those couple of years it was taking me to save up the money to make sure all my debt was paid off, as far as like credit card debt, things like that, I put myself right back in that same trap a day later after buying the house. So a whole year, 2 years worth of discipline just went right out the window because I got the house now. Because that's what we tell folks. Oh, pay off everything, get your credit score high, do what you need to do. And then as soon as you buy the house, don't buy the car yet. As soon as you get the house, then you can go get the car. But you don't really need a car. You just go do it because now you got the big purchase out the way, the house. So you go put yourself back in even more debt for something you didn't even really need. And that's what I did. So I'm guilty of it. So after I ran my balances back up, I said, I'm going to get me another job. And the purpose of this job is so I can pay that credit card down, balance off, pay it down. Like if I worked that job a year, balance was only $4,000 or $5,000. I could pay that off and still have some money left over, from what I made that year. I'm pretty sure it would be equivalent to just pay it off. So that way in a year, I'd be done, got another job, pay it off, and I can quit that job. I wouldn't be doing that for a long time. You think I did that? Nope. You know what I did? I called them and said, hey, can you just raise my limit up to maybe 10,000 now? So that way my utilization is like at 50 to 30%. That's what I did. I raised my utilization. I raised my credit limit. So my utilization could not be high. When I had an opportunity to just pay off the balance, within that year. And the money I was making from that job, I just sat there and just spent it on unnecessary stuff. Nothing that was bringing no value to me. Nothing. I had a plan and I didn't even stick to my plan. And that put me in a situation where now, instead of me having to work that job for a year, because I mapped it out about, okay, if I can make X, Y, and Z a month, I could apply that to this. On top of maybe if I can make a little extra at my main job, I could apply that to that. So maybe in 6 months to a year, I can be done with this. And then I might work there another 6 months to stack up just that money, or even another year just to stack up that money. And now I could have even more money saved. So instead of me having to use my credit, I got money saved. No, I put myself in a situation where I ended up having to work there 3 years and still didn't pay it off. I said, oh no. Oh no. So now I'm frustrated every day going to work mad, hating it. Oh, I can't stand it. But I put myself in that situation. I had a plan, didn't even stick to my plan. And now I hate the job. But it ain't the job that I hate. It's really I'm hating myself. That I didn't do what I needed to do. I didn't do what I said I was going to do. So for all of you people out here who are listening to this and you hating your job, what are you doing to make it a better situation for you? Why do you hate your job? Is it because you're not making enough money? Is it because you putting yourself in debt even more? Is it because you're not changing none of your ways? Is it because you procrastinating? I heard this good quote from 19 Keys. You can look them up on Instagram. 19, that's 19 Keys, Keys. Good brother. But he said procrastination takes away from your future self. So that's all I did. I procrastinated and it took away from the future me. So instead of me being able to leave that job in a year, I ended up having to be there for 3 years just to get myself in a position that I wanted to be in. Because I procrastinated. I did other things. I didn't stick to my plan. That does not make any sense. So I said, hey, I got to do something. So I found other ways to kind of mitigate that debt. Saved up, paid it off, consolidated. Still paying for it to this day because of the decisions I made. But now I'm smarter, I'm wiser, so I won't be doing that again. I know anytime I'm spending money, it's on something that's going to make me more money. It's going to be investing into like education, knowledge, like something like that that's going to help me better myself, but not buying some shoes, going out to eat, going to the Hawks game just because. I'm not in position to do that. I can do it all I want, but I'm not in the position I want to be in to be doing that. Because I'm sticking to my plan, sticking to my mission. I'm trying to see my vision out that I have for myself. So if you have a job, have goals in mind. If you have a business idea, work on your business when you get off work. Be your own boss. Figure out what you need to do to be your own boss. Use your job as a tool to put you in a better situation. Don't look at it as a job. Look at it as something that's going to put you in a better situation for you to do what you need to do. Look at it as you're an independent contractor. And whatever job you're doing, whatever industry you're in, you're an independent contractor. Because that'll make you feel like, yeah, I'm working for myself. I'm working for these people, but I'm really working for myself because I know I'm using this to do something else later in the future. So what are you doing to change the situation that you're in? Are you the same one who wakes up in the morning, complain about the job, complain on your way to work, complain when you get there, but then complain on your way home, complain on your lunch break, and then you come home and you get on the couch, you get comfy, you put your pajamas on, your loungewear, you getting real comfy, and then you sit there and watch TV for 4-5 hours, and then go to bed, fall asleep on the couch or go to bed, and then wake up and do it all over again. You do that 5 days a week. Are you that person? Are you the person who does it the next day? Complain in the morning, complain on your way to work, complain when you get there, complain on your lunch, complain on your way home, and then you get on the couch, be on social media all day, helping somebody else build their brand, helping somebody else, promote their business by, liking, sharing, subscribing, doing all this stuff, instead of you thinking about what you could be doing in that time. Then when Friday comes around, You so stressed out, you so mad, you so frustrated, you so like, it's a long week. It was a hard week. I hate this place. I can't stand it. You go to the liquor store and then you just buy the liquor store out because you got paid. It's Friday. Remember, it's Friday. We get paid on Fridays normally. Most people get paid on Fridays, sometimes before, but now you going spending money, get the Patron, you get the Hennessy, you get the Douce, the Bel Air. You get all of it. You buy it all. Putting money in other people's pocket instead of creating your own wine brand or own liquor brand. That's what you like to do. Come to, how can I make my own alcohol brand and put this in the stores? Or how can I start my own liquor store? And people are spending money with me, breaking bread with me. Then Friday, you get it, spend $100 at the liquor store, and you drink yourself Friday night, Saturday night. And then Sunday comes around, you get that anxiety, like, cause Monday, it's like gonna be here in a few hours. I got this anxiety now. You know, that Sunday anxiety when you know you gotta go to work the next day. That's not a good feeling. That's a horrible feeling. That feeling sucks. Then Monday, you do the routine all over again. You wake up mad, you complain. But you had 48 hours, a little bit more because you got off work Friday night, Saturday, Sunday to work on your plan, to work on something else to not put you in that situation. And did you do anything with that time? You wasted that time. You procrastinated. So now you killed your future self. You taken away from your future self. Because 6 months later, a year later, you still in that same situation. You still in that same mind frame because you procrastinated. You didn't do what you needed to do. You didn't use that as a tool or motivation to put you in a better situation, to put you on a higher level. No. And I'm guilty of it too. Like, this is not a knock on you. This is not judging you. This is not getting on you. I'm telling you, I did the same thing. Fridays, going to the liquor store, doing the same thing. Complaining. Me and my girl, or my wife now, complaining to one another, like, all tired, have low energy. We mad with one another. Like, that's stupid. And I could have been doing something to better my situation. I could have been using that time. We could have been building together. But you know what I did? I spent money. I spent even more money to try to fill myself, to cover myself, to take myself away of hating my job or jobs. And that didn't get me nowhere until I made a change, until I said, you know what? I know what I need to do. Let me look at this from a different perspective. Let me look at this from a bird's eye view. Let me take myself out of the box. I'm outside of the box. I take myself out of the box and I look at, say, hey, you could be doing something else. You see other people doing things. You see other people starting businesses or getting money or building wealth, learning new things. And you complaining all day. So once I made that change, it made my whole life different. It made my whole world different. It made my whole world different to the point where now it's a tool. I see it for what it is. Now I know where I'm going. I know what I'm trying to do. I know where I see myself. So I'm not complaining no more because I have a plan. I plan, I prepare, and I'm executing. Plan, prepare, execute. Not complain. No, it's a scripture in the Bible and Proverbs that says, all hard work brings a profit. Mere talk only leads to poverty. Complaining ain't nothing but talk. All hard work brings a profit. Mere talk only leads to poverty. So mere talk only leads to poverty. So if you just talking all day, you just talking, you complaining, you talking about what you gonna do, you just talking, that's only gonna lead to poverty. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be in poverty. You can't blame the government on that. You can't blame your boss on that. Can't blame your mama or your daddy on that. You got to blame yourself. All hard work brings a profit. Mere talk only leads to poverty. It says it right there. So instead of complaining, put in that hard work. Create a plan. Create a goal. Don't procrastinate and take away from your future self. Think about, how can I leverage this in order to be on a bigger or higher level? How can I do that? How can I leverage this to be on a bigger and higher level? What do I need to do? Okay, I know I like this. Let me research this when I get home. Let me study this when I get home. Let me study this. Let me listen to the stuff on my way to work, to put in the positive stuff in my head, the knowledgeable stuff in my head on my way to work. So when I'm get there, yeah, I'm doing my job, but I'm getting to think about the stuff that I was learning, the things that I was listening to. I was listening to something that I get to meditate on all day, and it might spark an idea and you just write it down. Take a little second, write it down. So then when you get home, you can look at it and elaborate more on it. And then you do that so much, it's going to get to a point where you're going to be out of that job. You're going to be able to leave. You're going to be able to fire your boss because you took action. You did not procrastinate. You were disciplined. And you got to do this consistently, not 2 weeks, not one day. It might not even be 6 months. It might have to be 2 years. It might even be 6 years. But I know you don't want to be somewhere for 30, 40 years complaining all day. When you rather do it for maybe 6 years, maybe even 10 years. To have to deal with it, but you was working on your plan for those 10 years. And then after that, you get to live the rest of those 20 years, so-called, because out of the 30 years that they say you normally work at a job, you got 20 years left that you just get to do whatever and be free. All for a 10-year sacrifice, 5-year sacrifice, 3-year sacrifice, could be even a year sacrifice. You don't really even know, because you don't know what your mind is capable of until you put it to the test. Put your mind to the test. Your mind is there to be tested. Test yourself. Don't look back on yourself and say, dang, I wish I would have did this, man. I'm retired now, and I wish I would have taken advantage. Don't be that person. And if it's complainers around you, get them out your circle before they hurt you. Get them out your circle, because they're going to hurt you. They're going to bring you down. Once you start thinking differently, certain people you don't want to be around. Certain people you're not going to hang around no more unless they elevating you. Unless they helping you get to a higher level. Unless they providing some kind of substance to you. They're not providing nothing like that, then don't bring them around anymore. Keep them away. So I don't want to hear people complain no more about their job and all this. And first thing I'm going to ask is, what is you doing to change it? What is you doing to change it? And I'm going to say it just like that. What is you doing to change it? What is it that you're doing? Because I see you posting every day on social media stuff that don't matter. I don't see you posting, hey, I sell t-shirts. Hey, I got this little book that I wrote. No, check it out. Check out my website. I don't see you building a website. I don't see you doing nothing but posting where you at, where you partying at, what you drinking on, what you eating on, what trip you going on. That's all I see you doing. And then Monday come back to the grind. Back to the grind. That's a joke to me. That's pathetic and it's embarrassing. You should be embarrassed at yourself. But the thing about it is, you can always change. The time is now. It's nothing like the present moment. The present moment is like the best moment because you can always change. You don't have to be down on yourself. You don't have to get mad. You just look back and say, hey, I once was, but I ain't no more. I once was, but I ain't no more. Ain't no more. And when you start thinking like that and you start like realizing that I could be the difference that I want to see, I have the ability to be the difference that I want to see, then you start acting on that. That's like a natural instinct to be the difference that you want to see. So you create the world that you want to live in. Don't let nobody else create the world for you, because you always going to be mad and you always going to be frustrated. It's never going to go how you want it to go unless you create it. The only way to create it is to not complain and to actually work on that plan. Plan, prepare, execute. Remember those 3 words: plan, prepare, execute. And I'm going to talk about it a lot. I'm going to bring that up a lot. And this is just motivation. This is not judgment. This is just motivation. Because I once was, but I ain't no more. I once was, but I ain't no more. The same situation in the same boat. I had no plan, just working to be working, but I'm like trying to figure out, what am I working hard toward? Had no plan. And then when I did have a plan, I ain't even execute on it. I had the plan, I prepared the plan, and I didn't even execute on it. So who can I blame? I can't blame my boss for that. I can't blame my mom or my dad for that. My significant other, I can't blame them on that. The only thing I could blame is myself. So I changed. Once I start executing my plan, then my life changed. Once I started putting my foot forward to something bigger and better, things start shaping up in my life. Things start happening in my life. And that's going to happen for you. So when you're in a stagnated mind, you're going to be stagnated. But when you're in an elevating mind, and your mind is constantly elevating, moving up, you're going to see so many things. Your eyes going to open up to so many things. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. So take heed what I said. Keep listening to this every day. Listen to this on your way to work, to put you in a better spirit. Use this as like motivation. Motivation to go out here and get it. Laziness is not the way. Procrastination is not the way. Thanks for listening. My name is Austin Moore. FITCSP.com. Check me out. FIT CSP Podcast. Financially fit is a lifestyle. Fit mind, fit body, fit pockets. I'm out.